sideline reporter Doris Burke. Taking a look at Houston. They've come out very strong. Their early season play has been excellent.
Checking out Houston, with the way they started the season, they'd have you thinking they were one of the favorites coming in instead of the exact opposite.
Yeah, Clark, I mean, there were a lot of teams getting a ton of attention in the preseason, and let's just say they were not one of them.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Rockets. Jones is down low with Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. And it's Fry in at the point guard position. Now here's Hibbert. And they're stuck. That's going to be assist by Hibbert.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Now the dish to Harden. Howard setting the pick for Harden. And it's Ariza in the corner. Jones trying to get open. Goes back up. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. The Rockets shooting their first free throw tonight, and the free throw, no good. Pass to Stuckey. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. And Fry slams it in. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Now here is Hill. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw dropped for David West. And both free throws good for West. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now, here's Fry. He's guarded by Hill. And Fry kicks to Harden. Fry with the ball. George picks him up. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And yes, sir, that one drops. He's got a second bucket tonight.
Quick hands on the steal. Quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on team.
Jones with the screen on Stuckey. And play stop. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into very serious foul trouble early in this game.
Monteunis is checked in for Terrence Jones. Pass to Stuckey. Next at the elbow. And he finishes nicely on the way.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Cross. And that one is hammered home. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move. And 2 big points, too.
And so here is Indiana following the score by Houston. And the shot is good from Stuckey. Stuckey's got his third basket of the night right there.
Red hot, right out of the gate. 4 for 4 shooting.
Here's Fry. 32 points for him last game against Chicago. Howard setting the pick for Harden. He feeds it to Fry. 5 on the clock. Harden dishes to Fry. And the shot falls short this time.
He thought he could knock that one down, but the defense was really all over.
And George kicks to Hibbert. Outside Hill. Feeds it to George. To the wing right side. Here's Hibbert. Shot is off. So Houston will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
Here's Fry. Paul George making his last shot. Howard with the screen on Stuckey. Fry with the ball. It's picked up by Hill. He set the pick against Harden with the drive. Freed up. Nice work off the pick.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Hibbert kicks to Stuckey. George against Ariza from 12 feet out. And good. At the end of that time was a call. George has got his second bucket.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for David West. Chris Middleton's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Patrick Beverly in for George Hill.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas. The defense didn't even try to go through that.
Middleton the pass to Scola. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Baseline jumper again, Indiana.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas. He drains those.
Gets trailed by 3. Fry dishes to Covington. Kevin Garnett with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Scola sets a screen for George. Off the screen. Harden grabs the miss.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Here's McCallum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 5 to shoot. Harden kicks the Fry. And off the Fry, and in it goes.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
18 feet out. And hits. A nice first quarter of play. And off we go. And making some changes. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hill's subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Houston, Howard's checked in for Terrence Jones. Harden comes in for McCallum. And it's the Wizard in for Cannon. George Hill out there with Rodney Stuckey. That's Scola. And it's Garnett. And it's George in at the 3 spot. That's the Pacers 5. Harden the pass to Fry. It's rebounded by Indiana. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
You know, on an ordinary night, I think they would come out on top. That's how well they played. They just happened to run into a club that was playing at the top of its game.
And Steve, I think they get the win if that game had been at home instead of on the road.
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. They also rank number 1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
Now let's go to Doris first. Doris.
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Bulls, boy, was he tremendous. He ended with 32 points and was just efficient on the offensive end, picking his spots on when to keep the ball moving or try his own luck. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance for here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. That's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night. I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogghian. Is that a word? We can use that word.
It is now.
Look at Steve. He didn't like that. Look at that.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. No good. Excellent D there for Scola. And George, here we go. That one rolling around and rims out.
That was not good.
Second quarter in.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't...
Game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for the Wizards. He's got 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of times he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
So on the floor for Houston, Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter, and it's Fry in at the point guard. Now, here is Harden. Howard with it. He kicks it to Harden. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These two guards are the most accurate in the league. James Harden is second.
Well, inside or outside, these are all very reliable, very consistent shooters. So it's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
I'd say it's beyond a safe option. It's a great option. The ISO play is made for these guys. All they need is just a little room to operate, and you can count it up.
Buckets like that.
Here's Jones. Following the basket by Rodney Stuckey. Harden gets a screen from Fry. Use that pick to get in close. That's now 8 points for James Harden.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
During that break for his team, he told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He focused next on what he feels will be their most reliable offensive approach, which is the use of ball screens into the pick and roll. That's a play we should be seeing a lot of. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Well, you just can't give them that kind of position in the post.
I tell you what, when he gets it in that tight, he's going to bury those.
For George, he's averaging 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. What incredible numbers. He's been a beast.
Yeah, one of the truly elite players at the top of his game, Steve. He's a marvel when he gets it going.
Now, here's Fry. 11 points in the game. Howard dishes to Fry. On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Stuckey. And again, James Harden. Harden's got 10.
Don't take your eyes off of him because you can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on.
Here's Hibbert. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Jones has got 5 rebounds tonight. And the best to Fry. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. With that last huddle, you can see the coach is addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pump.
And Indiana making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Pacers trailed by 5. Passes it to George. Outside West. And George kicks to Beverly. Stuckey outside. Excellent D from Howard.
Well, the effort was there, but just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Fry. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now here's Beverly, guarded by Fry. Here's Hibbert, and the layup's good off the glass. Hibbert's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. Defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Now, here's Fry. 15 points in the game. Jones, the best to Fry. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Fry's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Rockets. Pacers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Beverly.
Obvious foul. Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And And so it's Houston with it. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And Indiana shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. George dishes to Beverly. 102 left to play in the third. Back to George. From deep. And that one's good. George has got his third basket of the night.
That's like a layup. Yeah, wide open.
For the Rockets, Howard comes in for Robert Covington. And it's the Wizard in for Isaiah Cannon. Screen by Howard. And Fry kicks to Howard. Stolen by George. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And it's Beverly missing. Houston leading by 6. Here's Fry. The Rockets with another miss.
Even though he missed it, pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that.
7-second difference. Shot 8 clock. And that one's good. Beverly's got 8 points. The Rockets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And here is Frank. 17 points in the game. He dishes it to McCallum. Harden outside. The feed now to Howard. With 1 on the clock. Off the left rim and out. Take this chance now to show you assist of the game.
Well, with this assist, he shows you just what a well-rounded guard he really is. Kind of a combo guard, even though he's listed as a shooting guard. Really a diverse offensive skill set.
We're going to see more of that. Some guys that have point guard skills that can play both those positions.
Yeah, for sure.
George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2. Down low, Reston Hibbert. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's George. The Rockets taking the shot. West inside. Defended by Jones. And it's West missing.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the league, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
Now, here's Frank. Kicks it to Howard. Down the pass to Howard. 5 to shoot. Here's Fry. Cannot hit. So Indiana will take it the other way. Here's George. The shot's good on the assist by West. And that's now 9 points here for George.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now, here's Fry. Dishes to McCallum. Here's Ariza on target from 13 feet. And the Rockets lead by 6. About a minute and a half in the fourth quarter now. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Paul George. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Now, here's Fry. The dish to Howard. Now, Fry. Pass to Ariza. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Ariza's got 4 points this quarter.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Now, here is Hill. Pass to Hibbert. Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Houston. Jones has got 8 rebounds in this game. McCallum dishes to Jones. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Howard kicks the Fry. And blocked. They recover. A nice shot by Howard. On the Blazers with possession here. Trailing here by 8. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's West. Good, and Hill picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for David West. For Houston, they've got 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Fry passes to Jones. And Fry kicks to Howard. He feeds it to McCallum. 6 to shoot. Fry. He hits the big iron and sinks the shot. Fry's got 21.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
And Middleton kicks it to West. Releases from 15. No luck. And it's Houston the other way. To the wing on the left. Got a piece of it. Feeds to Fry. Again, the Rockets score.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Outside Hill. He kicks to West. There's the pass to Stuckey. Lets it go from 11, and that one's good.
He's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
George is checked in. James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Rockets leading by 8. The 11-footer blocked. Here's Howard. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got in, so he'll head to the free throw line.
We watch Howard play some great basketball. He's got 10 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well, and battling hard for every rebound.
1:51 left here in the fourth quarter. Hill dishes to George. Out to Stuckey. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists in the game.
Tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. We can bring him right back into this.
Now, here's Harden. And Fry kicks to Jones. And low to Howard. His lead pass, and he throws it down.
I'm not sure how I like this. Use the rim to get some true hang time there.
Now, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for now.
And so here is Indiana. Following the score by Houston. Hibbert with a screen on Harden. Stuckey can't get it to go.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1 this game is out of hand.
Exactly. The score is right where you'd expect it to be. The battle on the boards is that lopsided.
Now, here's Fry. Pass it to Howard. Pocket 6. And Fry slams it in.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Rockets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And I think this win builds confidence for this year in the matchup. They take the first win of the season series, and that could play a factor the next time these two teams meet.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the Wizard. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. Chris Middleton's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Patrick Beverly in for George Hill.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
No good from Fry.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Shot's good by Middleton.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
new one. For Dorisburg, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, the Wizard.